Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the Swanky Cat Productions channel, where I put a video out like this at least once a week. So if you enjoy this and you want to see more, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Tonight we're going to be talking about measuring drive chain slack on both of these beautiful motorcycles that I've got in the garage here. And honestly, this video is just as much a question as it is an answer. I think I finally have been tensioning my chains correctly, but I have to say that every single manual for every single motorcycle that I've owned has really kind of left, well, a lot up to the imagination. Now on the Tenere 700, the manual tells you to measure from the bottom of the rib right here to the top of the chain once you put a finger on it and press it down. Now, the part that's left up to the imagination here is how hard do you reef down on this? This can change as much as, I would say, probably a quarter to half an inch, depending on how hard you're pressing down on this. And on the KLR, there's even another variable because you're not measuring from a hard point. Again, you can really reef up on this and really push down on it and definitely add quite a bit of slack in there. And basically, the more you reef on that up or down, the tighter that you're gonna have to make that chain in order to meet the specs that they have in the owner's manual. Now, I have not ever seen anything in any owner's manual that really says anything more than just to press the chain down. It never tells you how hard to press on it. I know maybe some of this is nitpicky, but like I said, and like I showed here, honestly, you can change your slack measurement by quite a bit depending on how hard you're pressing on that. And I think in my younger years when I over-tightened everything, I definitely was running my chains way tighter than they needed to be. I always thought that a tight chain was a happy chain, but if you guys have been around the dual sport and the motocross community long enough, you'll hear a loose chain is a happy chain. And I think especially on bikes with long travel suspensions like these have, I think it definitely makes a lot of sense. Mostly because when you're taking that measurement, your sprockets are not completely aligned, meaning this is swung down and just a hair closer to the front sprocket. Whereas when you put pressure on this swing arm and it comes up like this and it is in a straight line, you're gonna pull that chain even tighter. So while it might seem like you've got plenty of slack here now, when you put your weight on this and you're riding over bumps, that's when you're gonna hit your peak chain tension. So you definitely don't want to over tighten this. You definitely do want to make sure that this is a little bit looser, and I'll kind of show you exactly how I've been doing it nowadays. So on the Tenere 700 here, again, I'm gonna put this just at the back of that rib on the bottom of the chain slider there. Make sure that's tight up against it, and then kind of run this perpendicular to my chain. And I'm just gonna basically drop a finger on here and just kind of put the weight of my hand on it. And then I'm gonna measure to the center point of the chain. Did I say the top of the chain before? It's the center point of the chain. So from the bottom of this to basically these pins in the chain. And I'm right at about 1 3/4 inches there, which is just a hair under the kind of loose end of the spectrum. Now at this point, younger me definitely would have had the tools out and I would be tightening that up. Honestly, it has been just about at that exact spec for the last, I don't know, at least 1,000 miles, and it doesn't seem like it's budged. As long as you keep the chain clean and you keep it oiled, it doesn't really stretch a whole lot. Which is odd because my chains used to stretch a lot more and need a lot more tightening. I think maybe that had something to do with the fact that I was running a little too tight. And we don't want the old KLR to feel left out here, so I'm gonna go midway between the two sprockets. I'm gonna lift this up just enough that I get the chain up and then maybe a little bit of slack pulled out of it. And we'll measure to the bottom, pull that away, let it drop. Again, just kind of put a finger on it. And we are, getting a little bit close to needing to adjust it. But I know now that I can get a few more miles out of it and I just really don't have to worry about it where it's at. So if you guys have any suggestions, if you think that I'm doing this wrong, if you think I'm doing it right, let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay swanky. Keep your chain tight, but not too tight. Make sure you oil it. I can put a video down in the description if you want to see how I've been cleaning my chains recently. It's pretty simple. It's a lot simpler than it used to be. I've definitely kind of found a way to take a few steps out of the process and make it go a lot faster. And like I said, my chains seem to be lasting a heck of a long time and don't really ever seem to need to be adjusted anymore. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay swanky. Get out, enjoy this beautiful world any chance you get. If you want to see more videos like this every week, make sure you click that subscribe button.